Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. A warm welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for round 20 in the 2024 MotoGP World Championship. It's the Motul Solidarity Grand Prix of Barcelona. It's the final showdown, and for the third year in succession, the title will be decided at the last round. For the second year in a row, the title will be decided between Prima Pramac Racing's Jorge Martin and reigning world champion Pecco Bagnaia, riding for the Ducati Lenovo team with 10 wins and 30 podiums. It's Jorge who sits 24 points clear in the standings. Standing in his way is Pecco, who won his 10th Grand Prix of the season in Sepang last time out. And one of those 10 Sunday wins came here in Barcelona back in May. We are racing here, of course, in Barcelona, but racing for Valencia as we keep those affected by the recent devastating floods close to our hearts and thoughts. Throughout this weekend, of course, the MotoGP community is coming together with various events to raise funds for the Relief Fund to support those people affected in Valencia. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to both of you. It is now or never. It's the biggest weekend of the season. Jorge, we'll start the press conference with you. This is it. All those years of hard work, all those years of dreaming about being crowned MotoGP World Champion now comes down to just one final weekend, the biggest weekend of your life. How are you feeling, Jorge, starting a weekend knowing at the end of it you could be the MotoGP World Champion?
Yeah, thank you. I'm very, very happy to be here. Really excited again Very excited to be here battling again with Pecco for another World Championship. I think it's crazy nowadays with all the level that we have to, to be able to, both of us, I think, make the difference compared to the rest. So it's a really privilege, as I said before, to be here. It's also really good that we are racing for Valencia, as you said. I think it's really good, and in the case that we are racing, that is for them. This is really good. I am happy, confident. I think I'm confident on myself. I'm really looking forward to start riding because all this week a lot of things went through my mind. That is completely normal. A bit nervous as always, but the important thing is that tomorrow we are finally on track. I can enjoy the weekend and try to be competitive.
Jorge, best luck to you this weekend. Pecco, we'll come on to you. As the old saying goes, anything can happen in MotoGP. Always expect the unexpected. A lot of people feel like you need to pull off the miracle at Montmello to hold on to your world championship. How do you see your chance of still having that number one plate here on Sunday?
That I'm first of all, I want to say that I'm happy to racing here. I think is a great mission to help Valencia and what happened in Valencia, so happy. And this weekend we clearly know that gaining 24 points in a single race weekend is quite difficult, but we have to do our maximum. My mission will be to win both races and to take it on Sunday, and then what will happen will happen. But I think this track is quite it's very good for us. In May we were so competitive, so we have to take it in like an advantage and trying to be perfect. We have to say that in May we finished first and second, and the third one finished 11th second from us. So I think was another. We showed again that we were on another level also here. But I really hope that someone will be in the mix. My mission will be to win, and I know perfectly how Jorge can be more smooth and wait a bit, because he can finish, I think, 7th in both races to win still the title, and will be difficult. But let's see, pressure can make also can play a role in that, and we have to wait till Sunday.
Pecco, thank you very much to both of you. Thanks this year for the amazing show that you're giving fans all around the world. Whichever one of you has your name at the top of the Tower of Champions here on Sunday, you both deserve it. So first of all, thank you, and the best of luck to both of you here this weekend.
Thank you.
We'll move on then now to questions from the floor. Thank you.
Hi, Borja González Dazón. A question for Pecco. Which do you think you have to be your strategy this weekend? Because it looks like the easy way is to say, okay, just try to win, but also, as you said, you two are in a different level of comparing to the rest of the riders, and maybe you need something extra.
Yeah, but I will not do anything to compromise the result of anyone. So I will go full send. I will try to enjoy. I will enjoy, and I try to win both races. And then what will happen will happen. I know that the level we are having right now is enough to guarantee the title to Jorge, because even if he slows down a bit, it's difficult that he will finish out of the podium. So this is our reality right now. So I will not try to cause anything. What will happen will happen. I know perfectly that he will have some head by some rider like Aleix Espargaró, like I think I will have by our rider from the academy. So I think we are both more or less in a similar situation, but he's 24 points in advantage, so he can play it a bit more.
Hi everybody, Mela Chércoles from Diario ES and Cadena Ser, behind Borja. A question for Pecco. Pecco, you have won 2 titles of MotoGP in the last 2 years. If you win this title this Sunday, will be the most important, the most special, or maybe the most difficult compared with the other 2? Thank you.
I think will be. It's difficult to compare titles because I have arrived in different ways. The first one I was 91 points behind, but my rival was in a clearly technical disadvantage. Last season was maybe the easiest one, but I had the crash in Barcelona that makes me slow down a bit, and I needed more races to feel back again. And Jorge taking advantage and was unbeatable in that last part of the season. And this season we have to say that I did many mistakes. I had also a bit of bad luck in some situation, like the one in Le Mans or the 3 times that other riders makes me crash. So we have to say that Jorge was very precise, very good, and he did less mistakes. He was always accepting also not maybe a win, but finish in a second position, and it makes the difference. And if we check to the result in the sprint races, he's having a clear advantage in terms of points. So it's where I have to put the focus on. But we have to say that this title, if I will win it on Sunday, is because I did a very good job, but it's because he did a mistakes on the weekend.
Hi, Dimitris Diatsidis from Greek TV. A question for Jorge. Jorge, your strategy, maybe it is to win on or be in front of Pecco in the first 2 positions on sprint in order to be champion already from Saturday, and then relax on Sunday, or you will do 2 quiet races both days?
No, my strategy, my target is to do the same as I do always. That is, try to be competitive from Friday till Sunday. This is my main goal. Then winning or not winning will be the consequence of doing well or not this job. But I think that finally I can race without looking anyone, just to myself, try to enjoy the weekend, try to be fast. And for sure, if I can take it on Saturday, I mean, I will take it, but I think this will go on Sunday. I accept this, and yeah, try to enjoy, but try to be competitive. This is the main goal.
Mirko Colombi, Motosprint and Corriere dello Sport. You know, guys, recently Casey Stoner said, I know Ducati boss and staffs that what they're able to do to winning Pecco, and if you want to reply to Casey.
Boring.
Both of you.
Maybe you need to ask.
Boring question.
Exactly. Ask him again. For me, I mean, I'm grateful that Ducati let me fight with the same tools, and I think it's what is fair, and that's it.
Thank you.
Paolo Inieri, Gazzetta dello Sport. If this year you are in the opposite position as last year, you were the chaser and you were the leading one, how is your approach to it? How different are you feeling from 1 year ago?
Maybe Pecco can give me an advice on this because he was like me last year. For me, the approach it's not about in terms of points, but I feel I approach the week in a different way. Last season I was always thinking about I can make history or just focusing on the title. This year I'm not thinking about this. I didn't think about it during all the season, so I want to focus on what I can control, that is riding the motorbike at my 100% and perform at my 100%, because last season I think I didn't at the end of the season. So now I feel in a good way, in a good moment. I feel strong and I feel that I can do a great weekend. So that's it.
I feel much more free right now because I have to go full send and I have to do what I'm better to do. So going, enjoying, and try to win. Last season, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, honestly, I was really scared during the race, and I finished 8th, and that was a result that was completely out of my potential. So it was strange. Last season, honestly, I just tried to keep calm, but when I was racing, I was a bit more nervous, absolutely. Then what happened on Sunday, that Jorge missed the break in corner 1, and from that moment everything was quite easier. But you never know, you can't escape from pressure, and also it's difficult to live with it. But we are racer and we have to want to do the best as possible. Jorge can enjoy a lot the weekend because he did a very fantastic season, and he has just to enjoy. So I think will be a great weekend, and we have to enjoy, trying to do the maximum. And this time I think that my maximum isn't enough. So we have to see what will happen.
Lewis Duncan from Crash.net. I've got a question for Jorge. You obviously leave Ducati at the checkered flag on Sunday regardless of what happens in the championship. You said last year at the final round that if you hadn't proved yourself enough to Ducati to get a factory seat, then you never would. There is a situation now where you are about to become a Ducati world champion and you were deemed not good enough to stay. Does this not make the whole weekend for you kind of strange and in some ways a bit sad?
For me, I mean, it's not that I wasn't good enough for them. I mean, for sure I know they trust in me. I mean, that's why I have the contract I have, and it was another situation and maybe more interest about another thing. No, I don't think that they were in the meetings like he's not good enough to be in a factory bike. So I am happy finally with their decision. I mean, if they think it's the best, and I am happy with my future. So I think we keep the good relationship. I think you never know in the future what can happen in 2 years in the next contract. So you never know. So the important thing is that the relationship kept good.
Hi guys, Adam Wheeler for the Paddock Pass podcast. A question for both of you. For the second year in a row, it goes down to the last race. Do you guys think you have one of the best title rivalries for the championship in MotoGP in recent years?
Well, for sure it's quite nice. I feel that when I was always behind Pecco in terms during my career, when I arrived in Moto3, he was already there, and then he jumped in Moto2, and he was winning Moto2 and I was winning Moto3, then I jumped in Moto2 and he went in MotoGP. So I was really always behind. And then when I arrived in MotoGP, it took me 2 years to arrive more or less to his level. And finally we are, for 2 years in a row, almost in the same level. So for me it's fantastic, and yeah, I think it's a nice rivalry. We are not used to see maybe a rivalry that the two of us, we have a good relationship, and I think it's completely fair, and hopefully we can keep like this in the future.
I think this kind of situation reminds me what was happening in the past when we were watching MotoGP, and the rivalry was always the same. Vale against Gibernau or Biaggi, Vale against Stoner, then arrives Pedrosa, then it was Lorenzo against Pedrosa, Marquez against all the others, Stoner. So I think it's something that we're missing from 2015, 16. So it's something good, it's something that gives a balance on the championship, or gives a balance on the performance, and And I think it's great that it's like this, and it's also great that our relationship is something new compared it what was in the past. So I think it's a fair battle and a fair relationships for rivals. So I think it's good.
Hi guys, this is Frank Weying from Ziggo Sport. I have a question for both of you. Actually, one for Jorge. Jorge, you just said that you're happy to be back racing because there were all sorts of thoughts going through your head. What kind of thoughts?
Well, my head is a machine of predict the future. So I'm always trying to analyze, to try to understand. But in everything of my life, I mean, not only about this, but also with, I don't know, with my girlfriend or my parents or whatever. So this season I worked a lot on that to try to calm down a bit, to try to live more the present. And yeah, even though it was difficult, I had some jet lag also after Malaysia, so I couldn't sleep really well last week. This week was perfect. So yeah, that's why I was thinking a bit, but the important thing is to focus day by day.
Thank you. And my question to you, Pecco. Pecco, you just said that if I win the championship this year, it will be because Jorge made a mistake. Does that mean that you feel that he deserved the championship more than you do?
No, I think both of us are deserving the title because what we did. Absolutely, in terms of mistakes, I did a lot. And if you want to be a champion, you have to be more precise, more consistent. And Jorge was more consistent than me. In terms of results, it's clear that we did a better job because I won 10 races on Sunday, 6 races on Saturday. So in terms of pure results, we did a very good job. But I think both of us are deserving the title, and what I want to say that I think will be strange, but in case Jorge will win the title, I could be happy for him because I think we know each other from a long time, and I'm happy that a rider that I know very well, and I think he's deserving the title. I think he's great.
Niki Kovács from Motor Review Hungary. Question to you, Jorge. Clearly, heat won't be an issue here during the weekend. It will be much cooler than normally in Catalonia. Yet, I would like to ask you about the heat, because last year we saw you suffering a couple of times after races under high temperature. This year, not. It's because you also improved physically, or that episodes that we could see, but also coming from a mental side, and you improved a lot on that, as you mentioned a lot of times.
Yeah, here it won't be a problem, so I'm happy about this. But yeah, I suffer a bit more in the races with some heat, but I work a lot. I train a lot in the sauna, and I try to prepare a bit better, also in terms of nutrition. So I think it's more about the experience of every year, trying to see what is better or worse, and try to improve every race. But this year was perfect. Even in Malaysia, I felt super good the last part of the race. I just was a bit more relaxed, but I feel that I improved a lot on that thing, and for sure it's always hotter and hotter during the year, so will be tough for all of us.
Gianmaria Rosati, Motosprint and Corriere dello Sport. I'm here. Question for Pecco. Pecco, last year Jorge tried to use a little bit of mind games to make you nervous, like following you. I remember especially on Friday, something like this. Will you try to do something like this, or you don't care about it?
The only thing I will do is if I will start behind me, I will not push. But no, because I know perfectly that in my side are not working mind games. So I never wanted to do, I never did, and I will continue doing my job, because then I think Jorge understood, and it takes the positives from the experience from last year, that he just lost time doing that. So I think it's better to do your job and prepare perfectly everything, and then decide it in the race.
Giovanni Zamagni, MotoGP and Sky TV. I have a question for both of you. What do you think could be the key of the of the Grand Prix? The pressure, the tires, the other riders, the other bike, the qualifying practice, the sprint race? Which one for you?
I mean, I think the key was all decision. You know, I think that I hear the quote from Topuria, as a fighter, that he said, "I win the championships training and doing." For us, I think it means like every race you win the title, and in the last round you just go to take the medal, no? So I think a bit like this. I think the key was all decision. For sure now something can happen, but the important thing is the work we did all the season. It's been 19 races, I think, that we did. We tried our best in every race, and now it's time to understand what we need to take that medal home.
It's difficult because we are racing in a track where we have more, we could have more tricky situations because it's cold, because we have four tires for the front, 3 tires on the rear. We have to work a bit more on that. More riders are fast here because the track is not the easiest one, so you have to be careful on the tires, and we know perfectly that Aprilia and KTM are fast here. So I think it's difficult to say just one key, but I think it's more that we could have more rival. And easy mistakes can make you crash, like I did also in Malaysia. I was doing a normal thing, and then I lost 12 points like this. So it's very easy to win or lose. So I think everything can happen, but a precise key is difficult to name.
Hi guys, Thomas Beaujard from GP Mag. Question to both of you, a follow-up actually. Michelin is bringing this weekend 1,400 tires. That means 7 different specs for you to choose. How will you manage that? Will it be complicated, or you feel okay with it? Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure it's tricky because it's the GP with the most tires that we have. I think it's really good because we have some new compounds, a bit softer on the left side, so it's kind of like Valencia. So I think it's a bit more safe because already in the race that was really hot, it was already tricky on the left, so imagine here. So I think this will be really interesting, and also the rear, a softer compound, so maybe we need to change the strategy for the sprint. So let's see, I think it's interesting, and for sure a lot of work tomorrow to try all of them.
I think that this Michelin did a very good job. We have to be happy because they give us the chance to being able to use one more spec counting the tires. So they are letting us try different specifications. I think they decided to bring the correct spec. So I'm happy with the tire choice from Michelin, and tomorrow will be a bit longer in terms of works, because tomorrow morning we have to try maybe ready 2 tires in the afternoon again. So we have a bit more to do, but the luck is that we already raced here in May, so more or less the bikes are already perfect. My feeling on May was super good, so I don't think I will have so much work to do, but in terms of setting, so maybe I can be more focused on the tires, but we will see.
David Emmett, Paddock Pass Podcast. Question for both of you. This race is replacing Valencia. Valencia is usually a track we don't see exciting races. This track also is not always such exciting races. Which track would you prefer to race at to have a really exciting final race to cap an exciting season?
Yeah, I think for sure the track of Valencia can bring more show, let's say, because you need to manage a bit less the tires, and you can ride at your 100%. Here you need to manage a lot, but I think it's more the atmosphere, no, Valencia, and always being the last race. That's why it's always really exciting. So I think here can be also really exciting. For sure, I would prefer that nothing happened. I would prefer that we are racing, or this press conference was in Valencia, but this is reality, and we need to adapt. So hopefully it can be an exciting weekend, and we can enjoy.
In my case, in terms of layout, I prefer to race here. It's a track that I prefer, more right corners that for me are better. And I'm very good on managing tires and managing the front tires specifically. So I'm happy for that. But I always loved to race in Valencia because it was the finale, like always, and was fantastic. But this is the situation, and we will adapt. But in terms of performance, in terms of circuit, I prefer to race here, even if it's a bit trickier because it's very easy to commit mistakes.
Okay, we still look forward to be racing in Valencia once again in 2025. MotoGP Social, our last one of the year. A bit of fun to end 2024, guys. For the final challenge, we are asking both Jorge and Pecco to set each other a challenge or task if the other becomes world champion. So, Jorge, you've got a board that says if Pecco Bagnaia...
Already write it.
He's already written it. As Pecco's fast out of the gate. If Pecco Bagnaia is the 2024 MotoGP world champion, he must what? So we'll let Jorge go first.
I don't know if
of course,
I said it, I write it correctly.
We'll find out.
You will understand.
Let's keep it clean. There are children watching at home. So, of course, okay. So, Jorge, go with you.
Yeah. If Pecco wins the title, he must invite me to his party. Because for sure it will be a good one. And I think whatever happens on Sunday won't change how good we are or the persons that we are. So the important thing is that for me to forget and for him to celebrate. So at least I can go on Sunday.
Let's hope he's buying the first round of drinks. Well, let's hope we all get an invitation to maybe Pecco's World Championship party. Here's Pecco's.
Maria.
I thought you were already married.
Everything on point. Everything on point.
Explain your answer, Pecco.
Yeah, because I watched them and are a good couple. So I think they must have to do another
I will
step.
invite him to my wedding then.
So you get an invite to Pecco's party. Pecco, you get an invite to the wedding. Guys, thank you very much. If you can sign the boards. And for the final time of the season, we'll ask you to stand for the official close. You need a Y. MARRY. Don't worry. So we'll do one quick photo with the boards. One photo with the boards. And guys, for the last time on a Thursday, we're going to get you to pose next to the Tower of Champions. Okay, and can you move the boards out of the way, guys, please? That'd be great. Awesome, thank you. Thanks, Ole. He's already getting aggressive before he's even got out on circuit. Okay, best of luck to both of you this weekend, guys. Thank you very much.